Hey you guys, welcome back to the DX Gamer Show and my Simcity Let's Play for Monday, April 15th, 2013. My name is OperationDx and let's go ahead and get started for this Monday episode. So in this episode, we're pretty much going to be tightening up the public transportation system here in Las Vegas. But before we get started here, we're going to do our classic maneuver that we like to do in all of our cities, and that is to get the recycling center up and running. This time around, though, unlike the other cities, I'm going to make sure I get all three types processing. And then we'll, of course, need to build the import-export facility to go ahead and sell those off into the Simcity region. As per usual, you guys have some good tips and information for me in the comments, as I always spend a little bit of time in there to try to, keep in touch with you guys and see what you want to see next and that sort of thing. And one of the suggestions you guys gave me is probably something I'm going to try a little bit later, and that was something about turning off the first two lower tier casinos and see if the people from those casinos will move into the bigger ones to where I could make some more money. And I'm just going to try some various other things. Another suggestion was to get the international airport in the region, and that helps with tourism. But also, you guys got to realize that the launch center also helps with education and tourism. So I don't know if the international airport is going to give a higher boost than the launch center does, but the launch center also does provide those bonuses for the cities in those local regions. But, however, as mentioned in previous episodes, and I will say it again in this episode, I am by no means a complete authority or expert on the game of SimCity. I'm still learning as I play, and I'm making my way and trying to figure things out. So hopefully I don't irritate some of the experts here at SimCity too much. After all, it is in fact all about having fun and just enjoying ourselves. As I knock that first module out of the import-export center, it makes me think of a comment that was asked before. It's like, DX, why do you always do that? And it's because, well, in this particular city, there is no industry, so that is an absolute useless module. You can only connect 4 additional lots onto this facility, so that is why I do it. It's just wasteful to have the general import-export lot, because it does absolutely nothing at this point. That, of course, would be a completely different story if we were focusing on an industry city, like our first city in DDX. In the beginning stages, having that general import-export definitely helps with keeping the industry up and the buildings going abandoned and that sort of thing. But once I specialized in DDX, that lot once again became useless, and I pretty much didn't use it anymore because it wasn't needed. So here we're doing a couple things that need to be done. The hospital was capped out, and it's a good indicator, getting these sidebars that say, hey, people are sick in your city, and you get that yellow thing indicating that something is not quite working in each situation. So we saw that our people were getting a little bit too sick, and we had to, just upgrade the clinic a little bit. And if it gets too out of control, I may consider building some schools and stuff. So let's take a look. So we're still kind of in a negative way with this casino. But it looks like it's better than it was. I think it was like minus 28,000 the last time I looked at it. And this one's still not doing good either. So what I may do is try turning off the first 2 casinos. See, this one's doing quite well. And let's take a look at okay, so this is the lower wealth one, and it's actually doing better than the medium wealth. So again, I'm not sure if future patches are going to, correct this problem, or it's just that I don't have enough people in my city, or I don't have enough people around the region, or certain things. So, wow. Okay, so we don't have enough. This is another thing. We don't have enough bus stops here in front of it because we have the train coming in. There's too many people coming in our city, and our buses are not coping. So we had to add another bus stop there because it's just not managing all those people coming in. So, of course, to me, this looks like a perfectly logical time to go ahead and wipe out one of these basic bus stops and then get the regional bus terminal in here, because not only are those buses bigger and they carry more people and help with public transportation in general, not to mention we have a 36-minute wait time on our buses, which is still in the green. The thing that we just noticed there next to the train station, we want to kind of prevent. So we're going to go ahead and put these bigger buses in here, and that should really help with that. If it gets too crazy, we're going to probably build maybe a second bus terminal. But something else I want to get done in this episode is I want to build streetcars. Now, I haven't built streetcars before, so I haven't got a solid grasp on how the system works and, you know, where to place things and stuff. So you're gonna have to bear with me on that. That's another one of those things I'm just not an expert on. Plus, you know, it's Monday and I'm kind of getting back into things, and I was away for the weekend, and you know, I'm just kind of loading up back here on Monday, so getting back in the swing of doing my city for the week. So here we go. Let's figure this stuff out right now. So I really kind of considered cutting this part out of the video because, like, I was like, geez, man, this is really bad. I really don't know what I'm doing here. So I went ahead and tried to place down some roads, and then next I tried to put the streetcar facility right next to it. But I didn't grasp the fact that I needed to upgrade the street into a streetcar street where the tracks are in the middle. So I kept trying to place the streetcar facility next to the roads there. I'm like, oh, maybe that's too small of a spot. And I was going around to the other parts of the city. I'm like, where can I stick this thing? Oh man, is this thing too big? So, you know, I went over here. I'm like, oh, that looks like a good spot. And again, oh, I can't place it. What's going on here? Come on, man. So finally, you know, I kind of, you know, I got it figured out and figured out that I needed to get tracks. First, I tried to place the tracks on the road. I was like, oh, geez, this is total fail. And then finally, I'm like, okay, let's just upgrade the road to the streetcar road. And then once I had done that, I was like, oh, I knew. I was like, okay, that's definitely what I had to do. And then I was like, oh, I just need to cut this all out of the video. But I decided not to, just show you my failings there. So once we got that done, we got the streetcar facility out, and then we had to go ahead and go around and start upgrading all the roads around the area of the areas that I wanted the streetcars to drive around in. And in the beginning, I'm kind of like going to start slow because I didn't know how much the things cost per thing and how many I was actually going to place down. It was also kind of cool that I did this because I noticed some like hiccups in the road geometry and that sort of thing. And I don't know if this happens because of the buildings next to it or whatever. I don't know how this thing occurs, so it allowed me to, you know, fix a couple of the roads things that were kind of like janky and jacked up, and so I fixed them up and got them back into a more acceptable, aesthetically pleasing look, because I think it's stupid that it got like two intersections right next to each other that have no connection to each other. Come on! But once I started doing this, I kind of got excited because I remember some of the videos from the promo of SimCity and watching some of the, you know, official EA Maxis videos and stuff on SimCity showing the streetcars and stuff, especially in their intro and stuff. So I was like, yeah, we're going to see that kind of thing. Not to mention, from this point, a lot of these buildings are upgrading. You can see my population starting to, you know, get up there, and it's going to get in the plus 100,000s. So I was trying to prepare, and you can see I'm still, you know, it's during certain times of the day you get that really bad traffic or whatever. So I still had some work to do, and I was thinking that maybe I could fix a lot of it with the public transportation update. I figured some of these streetcars would, you know, really help out. So, you know, just experimenting with different ideas and stuff. With this circle design and just kind of creatively going about building the city and expanding and doing different things, totally experimental. I wasn't sure exactly how the traffic would behave, whether it had too many roads, too much throughput, not enough throughput, that sort of thing. So I'll just have to see how everything behaves once everything gets into the full development. Once I got the outer shell all kind of finished up with the streetcar tracks and stuff, I wanted to make sure that I got it through the center of the city as well. Obviously with the primary goal to get as many people to those center casinos and tourist attractions as possible. So with the bigger buses and the streetcars, perhaps that will help the Center 2 casinos get more people into them and help them get those numbers up, because right now they are sadly pathetic and they're just kind of a waste and drain on my city other than looking cool. And I'm not getting to that point where I'm getting that unlock for the next level of casinos, and I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I am going to try to turn those things off again a little bit later, but then again, I don't think I should have to. The level of people that are going inside is so small, and the fact that I have so many people in this city, it just doesn't make sense. And of course, why does the Expo Center fill up with a ton of people right when the concert starts? And, you know, why are those two first casinos working properly, but those two middle ones won't? I don't understand. So maybe you can help me out in the comments. Maybe you guys know something I don't know. Maybe you could tell me about your successes and how you maybe reached that second level or third level of casino unlocks to get the better stuff. Right now I'm having a really hard time with it. Another one of those things that I'm unsure of is, does the tourist attractions take away from the casinos? Are those causing the casinos not to gain, you know, people to help those numbers up? So I may experiment in the next episode or two where I'll turn those off and, you know, see if they'll filter into those casinos to try to get those unlocks. Because otherwise, I'm kind of at a loss. Because to me, I feel like this city's looks good and it's running good. Well, this is pretty much going to be it for today for my SimCity videos. I apologize, you guys. There is not going to be a second video later on. I kind of have a busy schedule this week, and I just won't have enough time to produce as many videos. But hopefully we'll get back on it next week and get double episodes out per. But for now, thanks for watching the DX Gamer Show and my SimCity Let's Play. I'll see you guys later, and take care.